Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Fantasy Sports Boss with another video for you today. I want to take a closer look at Kyron Williams, the rookie running back from the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, who has yet to suit up this season, but who, in my opinion, could be a true league winner, difference-making player the rest of the way for sure. And I'll tell you why. So, a little backstory on this one. We all know the situation with Cam Akers coming off the torn Achilles. Has looked nothing like the player that he was prior to the injury, and now he's on the outs with the team. He's never going to suit up again by all accounts from beat reporters that are close to the team, and so a trade is imminent. So that all being said, prior to Week 1, with a healthy Akers and a healthy Darrell Henderson, there were multiple reports that Kyron Williams was going to have a major role in the offense. All right, but of course he got hurt, has not suited up since. He won't return this week either, but Week 8 is a possibility. And again, today, reports went back to that preseason discussion about Williams having a sizable role or, quote, a major role in the Rams' backfield the rest of the way. Certainly being a Rams running back is a fertile position. Lots of touchdown opportunities we've seen in the past with Todd Gurley, Darrell Henderson the first half of last season, and even bits and pieces of Akers prior to the Achilles injury. So, at the very least, Kyron Williams should not be on any league waiver wires, and he's on more than a few, trust me. Now, what I also wanted to do here is take a look at, refer back to my NFL draft guide, prospect guide that I put out this past February. And for those who don't know, I evaluate all the prospects coming into the NFL draft. I watch just about every college football game, analyze all the key prospects, and I put it together in a big book that I sell on Amazon and BarnesandNoble.com. And each, January or February, that book is on sale. Now, my running back rankings in last year's draft guide, the number one back that I had on my big board, and I'm just pulling it up here right now so I can read you what I wrote. I had Kenneth Walker ahead of Breece Hall. So, and I wrote that Kenneth Walker, the tools are there to fill a Nick Chubb type role at the next level. And that's certainly what he looks like. He looks like an electric Nick Chubb type runner. Breece Hall, I had number 2. I talked about his prowess as a pass receiver. Number 3, I had Kyron Williams. All right. So this is what I wrote about Kyron Williams in the draft guide, if anybody didn't buy it. And I quote, "Those in the fantasy football community need to pay close attention to where multi-dimensional Notre Dame star running back Kyron Williams ends up, as he is knocking on the door to early day 2 consideration, coming off a tremendous 2-season stretch with the team. The numbers were insane for Williams as he rushed for a combined 2,120 yards and 27 scores, while also adding a total of 77 catches for another 672 yards and 4 touchdowns. That performance would make Williams a PPR gem in the fantasy realm, and it also portends to how versatile and offensive talent he can be. Clearly, having proven his 3-down chops, Williams' only limitations will be a frame that is a bit slight, which may not allow him to take on workhorse carries." All right. So, clearly, based on the numbers, Williams is a 3-down guy. 77 catches is a tremendous amount of catches for a college running back. 2,122 rushing yards as well. Ultra productive player. Was very slippery, good speed, ran a 4.48. It has the total package. The only knock on him, just like Darrell Henderson, it's almost like they're carbon copies of each other. Although Williams is a little bit bigger, is the smallish frame. 5'9", less than 200 pounds. So there is an open question about how many carries he can handle. But if he works in tandem with Henderson and maybe even gets a 60-40 advantage, because I think Williams is the better runner than Darrell Henderson, that alone will put him in low-end running back 2 territory and PPR leagues. So, again, I was very high on Williams. I had him 3rd among running backs in my draft guide, ahead of Isaiah Spiller. And I also had him ahead of Dameon Pierce. So, you can say, oh, Dameon Pierce has been great. How did you have him 5th? Well, I mean, listen, he's had the opportunity to show what he can do. And neither Isaiah Spiller or Kyron Williams have had that opportunity. So I do think Williams will get that opportunity when he's finally back on the field. Like I said, he should not be available anywhere. This is the kind of guy who's very fantasy friendly, like I noted in my book. Can catch the ball, can run, he's got some speed, home run ability, everything you need to have him serve as a running back 2 in your league. So make sure you pick him up right away if he's still available. And if somebody happens to own him, try to steal him. Try to buy low. There's not a lot of hype right now with Williams, but it's going to grow. Hit that subscribe, hit that notification button, everybody. More videos on the way soon.